Welcome to Goo TV's Takes on Mark of the Ninja, where we give you our take on Mark of the Ninja. It has been out for roughly 10 days at the time of this live airing on Twitch TV. Don't worry, it'll be up later on YouTube. But what we're going to do here is basically walk through what this game has to offer, some of the little bits and fiddlies of it, and then also give some final impressions after playing a full level. So we're going to delve right in here. I am starting this game. This is a midway through a play that I have. You'll notice as we come to this screen, we obviously have a level select, which is a nice little tidbit, because you notice down at the bottom there are 9 icons that appear for each of the levels, all of which are repeatable, and all of which must be attainable. Those are little goals. The top 3 always represent a score that you're trying to get to. The middle 3 are specific tasks they want you to do. Most of the time really quite fun. And the bottom 3 are 3 collectible scrolls that are hidden within the level. We're going to do this one. Hopefully we'll pick up those 2 that were missing, but it is all cumulative. All that feeds into your upgrade system, which you will see here momentarily. Here you are, off on the left here, we have techniques that you can employ. At the start, you basically come up with some... excuse me. At the start, you basically come up with, just some standard sort of stuff. And that's not to say that you don't have any tricks or tools up your sleeve. Rather, I mean, you are out of the gate, you are able to move silently, scale walls, do all that sort of stuff. And, do from-behind kills on enemies. The large majority of the game can be played that way if you want to. But we all know that would get kind of flat and kind of boring, so these enable you to do some fun, different things. This first one here is a Hangman's Hymn, which allows you to dangle from a grapple point and string people up. Kind of fun. The yellow ones represent things that I've bought or found, and then the white ones represent things that are purchasable at this point in time. Obviously, you'll see a great number of locked symbols on screen. Those seem to be unlocked as you progress through the game. I am not... Oh, yeah, I am familiar with that one. I'm sorry, I thought that was new. In the middle here, we have distraction items. Those are items that you can use to perform different things. This one along the top here is some noise-making. Is a noisemaker device, so you can get that to get people to turn around, sneak up from behind. It's a pretty cool little effect. Smoke bombs allow you to pass through lasers, obscure vision, all that sort of logical stuff. And distraction flare I have not quite used yet, but it looks like it blinds guards wearing night vision goggles, so that might be fun. And then off on the right here, these last 6 off on the right here are for doing attacks. The only one I have unlocked so far is Spike Mine, which has been fun. But basically every one of those little tokens out of 9 for each board that you collect earns you a point here, and then these cost different points in order to purchase. There's an achievement for unlocking all of them, so something tells me there's enough points to cover all of them. But obviously I haven't played that far into it. On this screen, you get to further choose what sort of style you want to wear, most of which are locked for me, aside from the normal one. I do know that you get some different suits that do some different things, like allow you to, move even silently while running, or, add to your melee attack if you wanted to go that route. And then in the middle, you pick your distraction item. I'm a big fan of the noisemaker, and then, of course, an attack item on the end. I'm going to actually skip the cinematics here, because I don't want to give any spoilers. This is a few
That's
levels
the tower,
in.
but it's under heavy guard. I have an idea. If we can set that building on fire, the blaze will draw every guard in the complex. You remember the story of Sawayama Castle, right? That may have been hundreds of years ago, but this really isn't that different.
So this is me. I've got full control here. You can see that there are lots of little visual indicators available that are present that give you a little bit of something here. I want to point out a couple things real quick. You notice how I'm kind of black outlined? As that light passes over me, I changed color and back again. What that's basically saying is that, hey, you can be seen while you're in this light. And also, you'll notice when I grab these points, there's this nice little circle that comes out from there. That's actually the noise that's being generated. If there was something in that path, they would recognize it and respond to it accordingly. So very, very cool stuff in terms of... oh, I notice when I'm moving normal, no sound. If I run, I generate sound, and quite a lot of it. So very, very kind of cool little tidbits here that you can get. Look, you notice that there's also line of sight that you have to adhere to. And some very, very cool visual indications that these things are going on. Normally there would be something here that I didn't have before, but obviously I picked it up already. So that particular little symbol here basically allows you to change your equipment if you want. So I am hiding down in here. And you can see their nice little vision cone there. That is absolutely the distance they can see. The only exception to that is if you happen to be in the light in front of them, that would probably be noticeable. I had the opportunity to kill that guy there. You obviously saw the X prompt, but I was trying to talk, and I didn't want to do anything. We're going to try and come up with some interesting and curious ways to take these guys out just because, well, hell, it'll be fun to show off. So, when you do an attack like that, you might have noticed that there's a little QuickTime event. Yeah, basically every kill that you have generates a QuickTime event like that. I believe there's a suit that allows you to not do that, but it's just a little thing. It's kind of neat, little cinematic. None of them are ever difficult. It's always a direction and an X button, so really not too bad when it comes to that. So now we're at a little bit of predicament because there's obviously this guy in the way, but as you can see, you can get right up on that cone and he can't see you as long as you're in the dark. There are a couple of things here that we could do. What I've done now is enter this, I don't know, ninja vision? I don't know what it's called, but when you hold down the left trigger, it basically pauses the action. What it allows you to do is set up multiple things if you want to do that, if you want to do so. And you notice up here that I can target this spot with these birds. So we might kind of try and come up with an interesting way to distract this guard, because obviously I do not want to walk right up in front of him. But before we do that, we're going to hop in this little cover here, so you can hop in and out of the little cover. We're going to actually throw a dart at this. You have unlimited darts.
Did I hear something?
But that should get him to maybe walk over there and look at that. And we're going to pop out and... Oh, blow. Nice and easy. So, if you didn't catch from the opening, our goal...
Watch out for those sensors. They can catch your slightest twitch. So when they sweep across you, stand still.
So you can tell that there's, obviously some other traps and stuff that work into this. This happens to be a motion sensing one. But if you didn't catch from the intro, our goal is to, notice if you lean against a door, you can kind of see what's in there next. Kind of nice that way. But our goal of this is to open vents and start a fire to create a distraction for where we actually want to go. Oh, we should actually take a second. Well, like I said, there's the points totals up top. Over on the right in the middle there, we have our two goals that we haven't hit yet. One is terrify a guard by killing another with a spike mine. Hopefully we'll be able to do that so I can show off what the terrifying part is. That's pretty neat. And then kill two guards with a single chandelier. So there happens to be a really good place in this level for that. So we're going to obviously try to do that at that point in time.
These old buildings usually have a gas main in the basement. Start a leak and we can spread the gas to the rest of the building.
Now this game does... this game does encourage score chasing, so you got to try and come up with interesting ways to do so. So what I'm hoping... So you notice sneaking by these guys gets me some points for being undetected. But what I'm hoping is that I can use this as a chance to terrify the other guy. We'll see. This is not the way I would normally do this, but we're going to see if we can get it to work. Oh no. They're supposed to walk together. Ooh, gruesome. This is disheartening. That's really bad.
Hey, there he is.
Now, this is obviously not the way that I wanted to go about doing this, but hell, it shows off what happens when you do get caught. Basically, wait long enough and things go back to normal. I am certainly by no means an expert at this game, but hopefully I'm not terrible either. So that did a nice little job of cutting all the lights out. And now we're going to see if we can pull out another interesting kill.
Everything seems fine.
Yes, it's totally normal that all the lights are out for absolutely no reason. Totally normal. You didn't see anything. And thus he is hanging. Okay, well, we're out of here. Well, don't want to go through there. Those lasers will actually cut me in two.
Any contact? 13, do you copy? 13.
So obviously being cut in two would be a negative. The checkpoints, I mentioned this because I'm about to hit kind of a little save spot there.
We've got pipes, vents. We could use these to start a fire. A big fire.
So, what that was is a little spot to tell me that it was a cutscene. Oh my god, don't see me. Ooh, that was close. However, the checkpoints are quite generous. Okay, dude, get out of my way. I want to get this thing. Thank you. Checkpoints are quite generous, so there's really not too much to worry about. If you mess up, die, restart from checkpoint, anything like that, it begins again very near where you died. It's very quite nice from that standpoint. And because I care about score, we're going to come over here and dump him for extra pointage. Seems to be a real way to maximize your score that way. And you'll notice that you can, I'll just take this opportunity real quick to mark two things. You can do basically simultaneous actions if you want. So you can do nice little start chain reactions and stuff.
That intake is drawing in the gas. Open a few of the vents upstairs, and we'll be ready to turn this place into an inferno.
Okay, evidently we can't go in through there. I thought we could. I thought I remembered going out that way. Ah, that's what cuts the power. Oops. Stop that. For the most part, the controls are quite responsive and are exactly what you need them to be.
The gas is leaking. Now we need to spread it throughout the building. Go find the vents that lead up from the basement and open them.
Oops, I didn't mean to cut you off,
3
lady.
should do it. But opening more will make a bigger distraction.
Okay, so do 3 or more. You'll notice that I already have the middle objective, which is open all the gas vents. So I've done that once before, but it's not necessary either. So, what I'm standing in front of here happens to be a light switch. What we can do is flip it off, and he's going to actually go over there to turn it back on. We're going to use this opportunity to break this light. And he's a little confused as to what's going on. Maybe a little mad. Kind of wondering. I'm just going to hang out, wait for him to reset. And then we're going to have some fun with him. So, yeah. Go check the lights again, dude. Oh, maybe he doesn't want to a second time. Can I get above that? Oh, my.
What was that noise?
That was probably not the cleanest way that I've ever done that before, but you'll notice that opening locks and things like that also take time, so you have to be kind of ingenious, as it were. pretty sure... Yeah, we want to do that so we can get up here. And what we're hoping for...
Hello?
Uh-oh. I've been seen. Not good. I'm curious. Still gonna try for that little piece that we have not done yet. So we're gonna toss a spike mine. And then toss a noise maker to draw people. And the hope is...
Wait. I think I heard something. Go check that out, will ya?
Yes. There we go. Seal completed. And he is obviously going nuts.
Oh no! Oh God! No!
Wonderfully done. The interesting part about the terrorizing is that there is like people get tired or terrorized and start popping off shots and end up killing their friends. So there's some fun to be had with that, obviously. Yeah, so there's a motion sensor here, and see, gotta love the visual indications. Why this might be one of the most entertaining stealth games yet. Seriously, just because of that. You can easily tell where... Not sure why that guy's highlighted in blue. You can easily tell where you're safe and where you're not. Perfect. Now, the dog down below has a slightly different color haze. That's actually smell, so even if you are out of range, you stand to be caught by that. I'm showing... How can I kill him from there? Oh, wow. I didn't realize I could drop from all that. Those are abilities that I have purchased. That's not it's not an innate thing that you get to do, but this is. There's some fun environmental little things you can do, too. Oh, did I attract the dog? I should see about killing that dog. I should be able to get him from here if I could get that last guy. And I probably don't have to kill him either, but I don't know. I tend to like to do that in this game. Let's see where we're at. Okay, still no vents yet. You will see him on the map. Quite nice from that standpoint. Oh, weird. It's not showing them on the map. It must be because I've done this once before. That's fine.
Good work. 1 down, 2 to go.
You smell gas?
So this is one of those little points in time where you get to test out the pause. Works pretty well. This is going to be number 2.
You need to open one more. Hurry, before they figure out what we're up to.
Oh my. Well, this would be a point in time where a smoke bomb would be sensationally helpful. However, this game is really good at affording you multiple options for virtually everything. So there's got to be another way around. I think last time I played, or last time I did this, I actually swapped in smoke bombs partway through, actually right here. We're going to do that. Well, those points don't seem to be real common, but common enough. I don't remember how I did this. So we're going to obscure his sight over there. And grab this guy. And being careful to stay out of his line of sight, we'll get up above him. See what we can do from there. He's actually not pointing his excuse me, he's not pointing his flashlight anymore, which is odd. Oops. So you can see I lost some points for getting detected, but since I've eliminated the threat in the area, not such a big deal. Now normally this event would be exceedingly difficult to fit in that little time because it takes time, but here's another opportunity for a smoke bomb. We can get out quick.
There's gas leaking all over the building. Get maintenance here now.
Okay, so we have to get to the roof in order to get out of here.
Okay, that's enough. But they're starting to get suspicious. We need to get to the roof.
I'm just going to see if we can climb straight out. Actually, you know what? I don't want to do that. I want to see if I can get my other seal, which is for 2 guys at the same time. 2 guys with chandelier at the same time. This game very much so is a puzzle game. So there is definitely 2 guys over there. I'd like him to walk back down this way. And then what I am going to do is try to time this so I get both of them. Wow, perfect. Here's my second seal that I needed. You can do some interesting other things too, like you can drop a spike trap and then throw a dart to get his attention. And he's going to come down and check that out. Or check down where he just saw me, but obviously run right into my spike trap. So there's all sorts of ways to deal with that. Also, it's important to note that that doesn't count as being detected, so you get the opportunity to pull little tricks like that. That's not what I meant to do. Stop that. So you get to pull little tricks like that and have fun with it. Now, I could. I've got some smoke bombs, so I could go that route, or it looks like I could just go up around the outside, but hell, why not? Let's show off some fun stuff. We're going to pop this, which will obscure the lasers, and evidently not well enough for me to keep from dying. I'd like to try that again, so let's see what we can come up with here. Maybe we'll throw 2. This is completely inefficient, but I know what's coming up in the level, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay. How about we just go up the outside? Boy, that was a lot easier, don't you think?
Too sturdy. And look at the way it throws off sparks. This might be just what we need.
So all those big circles you saw were actually the birds that got startled by me, which hasn't been too much of an issue so far, but I get the feeling like it's going to be.
That did it. But we're standing on a firecracker. Just like the so run.
And that marks the end of the level. Not a great skill, or not a great score by comparison, I don't think. Now, definitely not as good as I have been in the past, but again, really just in here to show you guys what's up. So it's nice, it gives you a nice little leaderboard on the tail end, shows you some bonuses that you can get, no distraction, no alarms raised. Although I'm confused by the no alarms raised, because I'm pretty sure I did raise a couple alarms there, but whatever. maybe I died afterwards, and that was the reason why. And it'll show you all the people in the level and allow you to see how many of them you killed or left alive or, confused or distracted or whatever. So there's all of that as well. And also, of course, there's leaderboards that go along with that. Obviously not the best in the world, but definitely some cool things from that standpoint. And basically, I gotta say, Mark of the Ninja is one of the coolest downloadable games I've seen in quite some time. Very unique. It's from Klei Entertainment, which is the same people that did Shank and Shank 2. And I actually waited intentionally to the end to mention that because, quite honestly, although it shares a similar art style and aesthetic, it plays completely differently. This definitely has the potential of keeping your interest for much longer. I believe it ships with either 12, maybe 15 levels. I want to say 12 sounds like the right thing to me. But definitely worth it. Reasons to go back and play more. There's also New Game Plus if you finish it. And there's a host of a whole list of interesting achievements that go along with it. This is an exclusive to Microsoft Xbox Live Arcade. But knowing the history of Shank and Shank 2, it would not surprise me if it showed up on other platforms as well. But the caveat to that is that it's published by Microsoft, so who knows? Regardless, I want to thank you for tuning in to Goo TV live on Twitch TV, excuse me. We'll put this out on YouTube in a little bit, but thank you for taking on Mark of the Ninja with me. Have a good night.